Hi everyone, I'm Lauren from the LKS Address. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. If you missed our last video, we kicked off our kitchen renovation series with a tour of our existing kitchen. We talked through all of our top design inspiration, and we even did a 3D rendered walkthrough of our proposed kitchen design. This week, we're going to be going into more detail, and we're going to talk about all of the exact products that we're going to be using for our renovation, such as the floor, the cabinets, the countertop, and we're also going to end the video by going through a high-level budget of what Cam and I are planning to spend on this renovation. Now keep in mind, we're going to be doing all of the work ourselves, so we're trying to find products that are friendly for DIY, but also going to give us a really high-end look kitchen. And with that, let's take a look at what we're using. We've got all of our materials that we're going to use for the kitchen laid out, and we're going to talk about more details. So let's just start at the flooring. To refresh, this is our flooring. The large flooring samples underneath. We're using the Stuga in Moonlight. It's a white oak. That will be the flooring throughout the whole first floor, and on the walls on the first floor we're using the Benjamin Moore Chantilly Lace, a very neutral white. For cabinetry, we are going to be using IKEA cabinets, which we use in our condo, and we were really happy with them, and they're very customizable, so that's really nice. If you haven't used IKEA cabinets for your kitchen before, you can either go to the store and talk to a kitchen expert and they will help you plan your kitchen, or you can plan it yourself with their 3D planner tool. It's really cool and very user friendly. So as you can see, I've laid out our kitchen with our dimensions, laid out the whole cabinet layout, and then they create your purchase order list off of this program. You place the order in store, and then you can either get it delivered, or with the supply chain issues, we opted to pick up whatever they had in stock and get the rest delivered later. We're going to be using semi-handmade, which are custom fronts for IKEA cabinets, and we got sent all of their materials, a whole set of all the fronts that you can choose. We have actually used the walnut front in our condo and the blue. They're really, really nice. They have so many choices, including DIY fronts where they come unfinished and you can paint them yourself. So at our kitchen, that's what we're going to be using. So we're using their DIY shaker. This is what it will look like. It's MDF with a maple edge around it, and we're going to be painting these ourselves. So we really like the idea of being able to choose a custom color, because although IKEA's cabinets are great and their fronts, they don't offer like endless options. So this really lets us feel like we really customized and chose our kitchen very intimately. We're going to be using a Benjamin Moore color. We've been looking at a bunch of different colors, so we're definitely leaning towards greige, a very soft greige. We have lots of options, but we're going to wait to finalize the color until we have finalized our countertop. So all of the base and the uppers and the perimeter are going to be something in this range of colors. And then for the island, we're thinking about doing a slight accent. And let's see, here we go. So something maybe in a more beigey green tone. And let's see what else. Yeah, something like this. Like these tones could be very nice. So they lean a little bit more green, but not too green. But they also have that really nice taupe putty, which we think will coordinate really well with the cabinet front, the floor, and our future countertop. Lots of options there. We really like, again, the customization of being able to choose our color for our preference in all of our materials. We also have the Book of Kitchens from Duval. In our last video, we talked about some of our big influences in kitchen design, and Duval are probably my biggest inspiration. So this kitchen is one of our best examples for stone. This is the look we're going for. A really, really elegant, but a wow factor in the countertop, because unlike how this kitchen has dark cabinetry and dark walls, we're gonna have very light cabinetry and light walls. So we really want the countertop and the backsplash to stand on its own and pop, and not just all blend into each other, because we're looking for the understated elegance, but we really want it to be significantly like wow factor for the eye. One of the most fun parts about the kitchen was going slab shopping. Even though this can be really stressful because you're spending a lot of money, it's really good to go in person and see what all of the slabs look like, and it really helped us narrow down our choices and materials. let that bring us to our countertop. We have not finalized our paint color yet because we are working on figuring out the final options for our countertop. We are considering using 2 different materials, although I really want to use marble. Cam and I are huge cooks. We cook every single day in the kitchen. I'm a very messy cook and I don't want to feel like I can't cook in my kitchen. So we're steering away from marble, and thank God with technology, the marble look is readily available now. So we're considering quartz, which is what we had in our condo. We are looking at a quartz that has more depth. It is not just a solid white. So this, you can see it has depths of white and gray, and then it also has the veining, which we really like. And trying to decide if we want to go with either a cool or a warm based countertop. So that's like a lot of the conversation is we're going to have some cool elements in the room and we're going to have some warm. So like our cabinet color paint is going to be a warm color. Our floor leans a little cooler. So it's just, you have to find that balance between the warms and the cools. Then in addition to quartz, we're also considering porcelain. So this is a porcelain countertop, and this is a really small sample, so we'll show a full size of the slab on the screen shortly so that you can really see, because this has all those elements of the quartz. It's layered, very dimensional, but it has veining that really resembles marble, which is what we love about it. So here's a quick little shot of the full slab, and you can really see this is literally modeled off of Calcutta marble, so has really big veining, and we're going for a real pop in our kitchen. So we're thinking that this could really help us get where we want with the countertop. For our kitchen appliances, we were originally planning on doing like more of a professional chef appliance package. And if you see the 2 options, Bosch and KitchenAid, they're around $7,500 and $9,000. But ultimately, we decided that we wanted to spend that money on the countertop, so we went with a more modest appliance package and kind of mix and match the KitchenAid and Bosch. The left column for around $5,000 is where we ended up, and we haven't had either brands before, but they both have really good reputations, so we'll see how they work in our kitchen, but we're really excited to get them and cook on them.
Okay, now that we've covered all the fun stuff, we're going to talk about the question that people want to know the most about, which is the budget. So we're going to break it down by cost of raw materials, a little bit of labor, but like Lauren said in the beginning, we're trying to do all of it ourselves for the most part. So hopefully that'll be a small chunk, but everything else we'll go into detail about right now.
So to break our kitchen budget down, cabinets, we're going to use the IKEA boxes. That's costing us approximately $3,500. The cabinet fronts, which we're getting from Semi Handmade, are an additional $3,500, so $7,000 total for the cabinets. The countertops are a splurge for us because we're most likely going to go with porcelain, which requires a lot of labor, and we're getting slabs from a stone yard. It's additional cost. Those are going to cost approximately $12,000. The appliances, we originally wanted to do like a chef professional appliance package. That was quickly vetoed because we wanted to allocate the funds towards the countertop. So our appliances are going to cost approximately $5,000 in total. Plumbing fixtures like the sink and the faucet and a garbage disposal is probably going to be around $1,000 to $1,500. Light fixtures, we're going to have a light fixture over the kitchen sink, and then we're going to have pendants over the island. That's probably going to be at least $1,000 to $1,500. And then we're allocating an additional $3,000 for any materials and finishing things like building our island or, electrical outlets, just baseboard, all the random things that you never put in your budget and then end up costing you money, like your 8,000 trips to Home Depot. That adds up. So in total, the whole kitchen, with us doing a majority of the work ourselves, besides like the countertop fabrication, is gonna cost us around $30,000. Now, it's always a really good idea to include like a contingency budget if you go over, because the way the world is right now, everything is going up in price constantly. So I would maybe add an additional like $5,000. So it would be $30,000 to $35,000 total, just so that you don't have sticker shock once you finish this kitchen, or you don't get to the finishing stages and you run out of money, and the finishing elements are really what help bring the kitchen to the next level. So we hope that's helpful. If you have any other questions, just leave a comment below and we're happy to answer it. We want to be really transparent about the DIY world and how much things are costing us, because if you want to try and do what we do, you don't even know where to start most of the time. So hopefully that helps you guys.
Next step for us is packing up the kitchen and finally beginning demo, which is my favorite part.
We'll also walk you through setting up our temporary kitchen in our dining room, and you can see what that looks like living in a house and trying to cook without a functioning kitchen. So stay tuned for all of that. Once again, thanks for being here. We really appreciate your support. Please thumbs up the video. It helps the channel, and subscribe to see our next ones.